My dear collective, welcome again to another music channel. Please see what resonates. Today's song for today's reading is Darling Baby. Okay? Let's see if we can play a little bit of this song. It's a 1950s tune. By the Algees. So I was trying to look up their zodiac sign. I didn't find anything other than a Capricorn. Okay, so I just googled the song. Capricorn was the first thing that came out. So you could have those placements, they could have those placements, something about the initial M, or dealing with this person since you guys were young, childhood lovers, childhood friends. It's been a long time. Okay, now this song was made 1965. Okay, so that could also be relevant. 1960s. Okay, or maybe you're like one of those people that love 1960s, 1950s music. That could also be relevant. You could have an old school type of like personality to you, or you love all things old school, or you have like an old soul. Okay, I tuned into this song on the 7th of 11th, which is the 7th of November. Okay, if I've done any old readings, past readings, they may or may not resonate, but they will be linked in the actual description box or video. If you want to take a look, be my guest. Okay, so we got farm. We got this one in reverse. So I feel like either somebody wants to either build up their legacy, like property, land, things of that nature, but they're not there yet. Okay, you guys can hear the song in the background. I don't know how long I can play that song, but I will say this person misses you. They could call you nicknames such as darling, okay, or sweetie, or honey, okay. Or you could have a very old school type of love with this person as well. This person here, you could have left them, or they just miss your love. I feel like they're quite nostalgic, if I'm gonna be honest. I'm getting a lot of nostalgia when it comes to you guys' connection, especially if you guys dated when you guys were younger, especially if it's been a long time. They feel this like yearning and missing when it comes to you. It could be masculine, it could be feminine here, make it make sense. The artist that sings the tune have a mixture of both, so there's that. So based on the cards, this person here, they were very much in their chaser energy. So this is the type of person where it's like they're gonna come after you. That sounds very brutal, but this is the type of person where it's like they're gonna take the action. Okay, they're the one that's gonna initiate. They're the one that's gonna do the work. Okay, for the sake of this connection. Okay. This person now feels quite frustrated because they don't have enough confidence. They could have ego issues, self-esteem issues, fear issues, or even be in a self-sabotaging energy right now. Even though they're chasing you, they could feel threatened as well. Threatened. Excuse my speech impendency. It is what it is. They could feel threatened because they're trying not to be karmic, but they feel like they might have to take a karmic route in order to get your attention. Okay, they don't want to come across as karmic. I'm also having the energy of fear of like, if they do take action, you might view them as karmic, and that's not their intention here. So they do have this fear or anguish, mental anguish of like, don't view me as a karmic. I'm not a karmic. I don't want to be karmic. But the way they're going to approach you might have karmic tendencies to it. So this person is in a dilemma in terms of how to approach you, take action towards you, because this is what they want to do, but they don't want to be perceived in a karmic way. Okay. So we got this one here. This person is definitely keeping an eye on you, watching you, everything. Okay, it's not giving stalking. They're not that unhinged, but again, if they tap into their karmic ways, they will definitely tune into one of those people where like, I need to know their every move in real life, spiritually, literally, online, every other way they can know a little something about you. Okay, they're not there yet. They're not in a way where it's like, I need to know where they live, I need to be outside their house, their apartment, I need to know where they go grocery shopping. It's not that. It is more so social media, very much word of mouth. Did you see her? Did you hear about him? Things of that nature, right? But not too much, not be obvious. But however, they are they're frustrated right now in this moment, or they could have been when I got the tune, which was on the 6th, right? Or 7th. Maybe 6 and 7 could be relevant. 6 and 7. I say this to say they're not unhinged. They haven't tapped into their karmic ways, but they're very close to do so. Okay? But it's hard because they don't want to be perceived as a karmic either, because obviously if you're stalking somebody, you're fucking karmic. Yeah. The dilemma. Somebody doesn't have the patience for let it happen organically, let it go with the flow, let universe, God, spirit team, angels, ancestors take the ride. They're very much like, I need some sort of freaking proof right now in this present time, and I'm the only one that can get the proof. Proof. Okay, somebody's like, spirit team is taking too long, the angels, God, ancestors, universe is taking too long, I need answers now. Okay, or this person feels this way, they need answers now. But this is also what's going to make them look karmic in your eyes, and this is what they're afraid of. Okay, they need to let things happen organically, and they're having a hard time accepting that. So we got the mask here. This person here, they're wearing a mask now. They could also be wearing a mask in front of you. They're definitely wearing a mask in front of other people because they don't want to be exposed of being, I don't think they're karmic, but they don't want to be exposed of having karmic tendencies. For instance, they could be like, no, I'm just, see what's up, I hope they're good. And then their friends is like, did you just watch their social media again? Did you drive past their house? Did you want to see what they had for dinner? Like, the friend or people around them might be like, oh, one time is, it's not that big of a deal, right? But the second time their friend or their family member or their coworker hears about you, they're gonna look at the soulmate like, okay, I think you're doing too much now. You're looking like a karmic, because something about the other people, if they see the karmicness in your soulmate collective, if they can peep the karmicness of like, okay, you're doing too much now, just kind of let things happen organically, they're gonna be like, you're operating like a karmic. And if their close circle can see them having karmic tendencies, obviously you can see it much quicker. Okay, and right now they're having a mask, hoping that they won't get exposed, but it's about to break. If they got frustrated, the mask is about to break, and I'm gonna say this: their surrounding is gonna look at them like they're karmic and a little bit cray. You might look at them like, you just went about taking action towards me in a karmic way, and this might lead you to pushing them away, because who wants the karmic in their life, right? Anyways, so it's coming out again. Okay, so I guess their mask is about to be open, slipped away. Somebody can't hide anymore. Somebody can't pretend. Somebody can't mask. So I guess things are about to be revealed. Okay, people's emotions are about to be exposed. Their emotions are about to be exposed. And yeah, there we go. This person do love you though. This could be in the sense of like somebody asking them, why are you like so obsessed with them, or why do you want to know so much? And they're gonna be like, well, I fucking love them, that's why. Okay. Now this might not be a shocker to the people, because they might have thought that you're a soulmate, but just curious. This is the thing, you can love somebody, right, from a distance in person, Is when you become unhinged. It's when you become karmic. That is the issue. Okay? It's when you're doing things against somebody's boundaries. That's when you become karmic. I really hope this person doesn't turn into a crazy unhinged lover. Okay? Just because you love somebody doesn't mean you have to go crazy, but that might happen to this person. Okay? But I'm not gonna sit here like love doesn't make you lose your marbles a little bit, but this person needs to be a little bit careful, okay? Because I feel like it's one thing if you see them looking crazy in love, but if other people are seeing this, it might be a bigger issue. Okay, I don't know, but I say this to say they're gonna confess or open up the reason why they're acting this unhinged and may or may not be karmic. It's because they love you. For a lot of them, they have been dreaming about you. You could have been their wish fulfillment, their dream boy, their dream gal. Okay. So for a lot of them, it's what they saw in their dreams, or the fact that you're their wish fulfillment, or that you're their dream person. Okay. And the dreams could have been like haunting them, and now they're like, okay, I just need to know what's up. This could have been the start of their awakening when it comes to you. And that's why they want to find out. But then the dreams is kind of making them irrational. So it goes from, let me just see what's up on their social media, to let me see what my friend or my family member or my coworker can say. And then it goes to, let me just drive past their favorite store, right? Or let me just buy this thing in preparation for if I do meet them. That is when it becomes karmic, because they're doing all this stuff behind the scenes and you're here like having your morning coffee collective, and you're like, oh, okay, you do feel their energy, you do dream about them, and then like, it happens. All of a sudden this person shows up in front of your house. That's gonna be intimidating. Like, what are you doing? I just had a dream about you. But like, what are you doing here outside my house? And they're gonna be like, I fucking love you. And you're gonna look at them like, are you okay? Are you mentally stable? Okay, I'm getting that type of energy. Whatever they saw in their dream, or whatever activated this yearning for you. Because like I said, this song is very old. This person could have an old soul. You guys could have dealt with each other when you guys were younger. For them to have this, they're in love with you right now in 2025, could be a shocker for you. They don't have no type of energy for waiting. Their soulmate doesn't want to wait anymore. This person could be quite impatient, okay? I don't know why they're stressing like life is do or die, but they're very impatient right now. They also don't have the best self-esteem. You could be looking 10-10, you could be looking refreshed, you can be looking better than you did when you guys saw each other the last time, and they feel like crap. So it is a lot of like, I don't know what to do. I need to kind of hook, line, and sinker right now before time is running out. Maybe they feel like they don't have much time. That's why they're acting so irrational, unhinged, and low-key karmic. It's because they feel like you're on the up and up and they are on the opposite end of it, and that's why they just want to rush towards you. But the thing is this, they don't feel the best anyway. So going back to what I said with this card, right, this one here, right, being frustrated, but also having self-esteem issues or fear, ego issues. This person could be in that fear. I'm gonna just say this, just like how you can smell pheromones with somebody you really like, and will amplify dopamine and serotonin. You can also smell when somebody is icky, has an awful smell, right? There's this thing called pH level, but on a spiritual level, right? A lot of people, while they don't get turned on by by their partners, it's much to do with a certain smell. Like some people, this is a very stupid analogy, but immature masculines, immature males, when they're like, things smell, it's because their pH level is off, right? And based on science, it has to do with the male, right? It could also have to do with how you guys take care of each other, right? If you don't eat well, because this is the thing, the body in itself is self-regenerating. And why am I talking about the womb? But the womb is self-healing and self-cleansing, right? But the thing is, the reason why things are off is because of your interaction with other people. And heavy on the fact if you don't protect yourself or the other person doesn't protect themselves. And it could be literally or spiritually, right? And that's why a lot of people want to cover things up with perfumes or clothing, or they look good but something smells awful. It could be a spiritual ick, it could be a literal ick, right? This person that feels this enamored love spell right now, I kind of feel like it feels like that, but I don't feel like it's a love spell. But they might feel like this is their last time to feel, I don't know what it is, but they don't feel the best. Their self-esteem is not 10-10. But what I want to say, if when you know you're with the right person, you can smell it. Okay, you can smell it, you can feel it, and it's not based on how they look. Okay, it's not based on, it's kind of like, well, they have ended their relationship right now, but it's similar to how a lot of people can't really understand why Ariana Grande dated that person that looked like SpongeBob, right? What's his name? Ethan? The guy from Wicked, okay? Bach. Okay, so Ariana was dating her co-star for a long time, and people don't get it because he's not physically attracted to the masses. But for her, he is attractive enough for him to not be with his wife and his child, and she feels like she needs to risk it all for the sake of this relationship, okay? But there's some sort of energy or smell towards this person where she felt this attachment. You get me? Okay? It's similar to how a lot of people, like there could be like one attractive person and one unattractive person, and yeah, that it's similar to that. And people are like, you guys don't even look good together, but there's some sort of chemistry that makes you good for your person and vice versa. It is the energy one holds. It's not the outside, it's what's inside, but it's not like the heart is it's like, it's pheromones. Okay? It's it's chemical. I don't know how to explain it, okay? But I feel like I'm making some sort of, long story short, this person want to talk to you, okay? They don't feel the best, but they want to talk to you. They might or may, I feel like they're heading into like becoming karmic in terms of how they're going to approach you. And the masks are slipping because now it went from, I just want to know how they're doing, hope they're okay, to low-key stalking them, to low-key getting out the reality of it all. Is the fact that they're in love with you or they love you. And this could be all based on nostalgia, all based on whatever they saw in their dream, or maybe something clicked in their head or in their heart, like, oh my God, this is the person for me, this is my wish fulfilled partner, right? This is the thing though, they're not going with the flow with the universe. They're not trusting they're not trusting the flow of things, and they're very impatient. They're also very frustrated. People are looking at them like, okay, you're heading into karmic territory. Understandable. Them saying that they love you is a great cover-up because it will make sense to a lot of them, but it also doesn't make sense because how can you be in love with somebody if it's been so long, right? Let's say maybe it was even that, maybe I do, based on the song in itself, I feel like it was so long for them, or long ago, for them to be like in love now. Something about being in love now doesn't equate to the timeline. But your person, this soulmate, is like, no, I'm in love now. Okay, and they keep on being so in love that they're acting karmic, and this is their reasoning. How you will be receptive towards this is a different type of ball game, because again, like I said, you can smell if somebody fits you, just like somebody can smell pH level, smell desperation, smell whatever the case may be. Because somebody can look 10-10, somebody can look really good, but you can smell that something is off. Trust that, okay? And yeah, collective, this person is going to come to you with a heart that is trying to act cool, calm, and collective. Like they don't give a fuck, they're not being affected by anything, but they're going to crash. They might crash out in front of you, okay? They might really crash out, especially if you leave them. They might act in a way where it's not stable, and this is what I mean with karmic interactions and habits, where it's like something will trigger them, and they will probably blame on the fact that because I don't look good. It will affect their self-esteem though, but again, they're coming. Let's be 1,000. A lot of twin flames go through this, but it's like you meet a person. You figure out they're your twin flame. You tell your twin flame that they're your divine feminine or divine masculine. Your divine masculine or divine feminine is going to look at you like, what the fuck is that? You're crazy, and going to leave, right? Maybe, I don't feel like this is a twin flame situation, but this is very similar. It's very much similar to like somebody fell in love with you and it took them forever and a day to realize it, and they're coming towards you and you're going to look at them like, oh, you're not, and the oh, it's coming from the fact that you're not in that energy anymore. Maybe you like them in the 60s, or maybe you like them 30 years ago, 60 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, but you don't feel that way again. Somebody's like in love with you in their head, or the idea of you, or realizing that they have always loved you, but it's like, it's been so long. And you're gonna be like, I feel like you don't even know how to respond. You get me? I'm sure you still like them, collective, but it's the way they're acting is so irrational. And they're gonna blame their self-esteem, thinking that they don't look good enough, or smart enough, or anything enough, because there's gonna be like because I'm getting the energy like somebody's gonna be shocked, like why you don't feel the same way as them, when it's like, I want to use like an example, like 10 years ago you could have been like, I'm so in love with you, and they could have liked you, but they weren't like in love with you, right? And 10 years goes by, a full long ass 10 years, and they're like, I'm in love with you now. But prior to that, they low-key watched you, stalked you, crashed out in front of their friends, and now showing up at your door thinking that you guys can be together again. And you're gonna look at them like, I was in love with you 10 years ago. 10 years ago, fam. And they're gonna be like, well, I'm in love now. And you're gonna look at them like, but based on what though? We haven't talked, communicated, seen each other. I mean, we're not the same people we were 10 years ago, right? And all of a sudden, they're in love based on a feeling, based on a dream, based on a epiphany. You might even look at them like they're crazy, like they looked at you like you were crazy back in the days. But I feel like the difference is, back in the days, you did interact, you did see each other, you did have some type of relationship, even if it was back and forth, toxic, karmic, or healthy. It wasn't like you were in love with them based on a feeling, okay? You guys had interactions. There was a reason for you guys to have feelings for them. But this is the type of situation where it's like you haven't had no contact with this person. It clicked to them 10 years later that you're the one, you're their wish fulfillment. And you're going to be like, right? I really do feel like somebody's going to be a bit surprised, even a bit shocked about this revelation. Okay, because like I tell you guys, they're going to be the one taking action, and they're going to may or may not be karmic about their interaction with you. Okay, I will say it might even look desperate. I'm not gonna lie. But this is the thing. If you guys were twin flames, congratulations. You have reached your destination where your divine masculine or feminine finally knows that you guys are supposed to be meant to be, and you guys can start your journey. But for the rest of you guys are not in a twin flame relationship. Therefore, you're gonna look at them like, go be crazy somewhere else. I appreciate you expressing yourself. You know, you can have your peace, but this is not it. But for the twin flames, you've been waiting for it, and you don't care if it's been 10 or 20 years, because you love who you love, and you know that's your twin flame. And if you know that's your twin flame, congratulations. Okay, that's all I gotta say. Okay, let's pull some more cards. Yeah, a lot of you guys are like oblivious to their actions and their emotions. Now, for the twin flame people, I feel like you already know what's up. You already got your 411 symbolic signs when it comes to like, finally my person knows now. And when they come, you're gonna probably fake acting surprised, but you knew in your heart, you knew based on your spirit team, like, yeah, your twin flame will come this time, this date, this timeline, and you're gonna be ready. You're gonna be like, I've been waiting. Full, where have you been? You know? So there's that. Let's pull some cards from this deck. Right now, your person is going through a tower moment, but they're finding ways to balance it out so they will not, you know, crash out so much. But they're still crashing out. I really do feel like somebody will crash out. Somebody who really, like, if it's not in front of you, it's in front of other people or by themselves, where they're gonna be like, I cannot believe this is happening. I can't believe I'm going through this. But this is the thing, they wouldn't want to be anywhere else, because you're their happiness, they're happy in this, and they don't give a fuck if they look crazy. Okay, collective, I know that's right. This person here is very emotionally unstable, right? Now, I will say, for some of you guys, a water sign masculine could be relevant, or somebody's gonna have their tears on maximum. Okay, somebody might even, I feel like it's a different type of crash out. But it's gonna be on like the masculine side. It is acting irrational, right? Acting karmic. Some might even cry in front of you. Okay, that type of energy. And it's based on the fact that they have feelings for you. It's not like they're going through something, they're being haunted, life is shitty, you're like the last. It's not that. It's the realization of the fact that they're in love with you that is driving them into like the madhouse. Okay? Hey. If it's not the concept, I'm kidding. We're gonna wrap it up, collective. We got the mother here. Some of you guys have children together. Okay, some of you guys will have children together. You could also have a very nurturing and motherly energy to you as well, collective. For those that are like open to it, this is going to be your life, the 10 of cups. But for some of you guys, you will reject this offer because, again, something about their energy, like I said, with the smell, like the pheromones of things, you can smell something that is not correct. And it's not because, you know, I will say this, if you smell that you don't belong together, lack of pheromones, pH level issues, etc., it is because you guys are not supposed to be anymore. There was a timeline where you're supposed to be, and somebody was too late. Okay, and them coming in 10 years later, it doesn't equate to fixing that timeline. Okay, you're supposed to fix it in 2008. They come 10 years later thinking that, okay, I'm here now, let's do this. The universe is like, 2008 was your last and only chance. You've been getting 50-11 chance to fix this with this person. That door is closed. Okay, even if they get like memory lapse or memory flashes or even a dream, it's just a fragment of that timeline, what could have been. But because they're late, it's like, you know, what's late is late. You can't really do much, right? But like I said, for twin flames, you guys are on a different path. So even if they're late, this is the thing, you can still have a different twin flame if the universe says so, because there are levels to this. However, if they come through and you're like, I've been waiting, the door will be open. If you're looking at them like, I don't remember you, I don't remember this, it's going to be closed, because you can only remember if it's open, but if it's closed, it's closed, and you can't force anything that is not organic or natural. This is the thing though, because like I said before, this masculine or this person, soulmate, they don't adhere to cosmic, going with the flow, spiritual laws, going on God's timing or universal timing. And this is why they will be acting karmic. It's like going against somebody's free will, right? And that's that. Let's do a little initial. All right. So we got MGT. Kind of reminds me of like the film studio, MGT. Somebody could work in film. Like screenwriter, producer, filmmaker, actor, actress, behind the scene. So we got MGTIR FIGIALTOAVDLPII. Okay, something about Baghdad. Okay, and K, the initial K. And Capricorn is also like the devil card in tarot. So I feel like for some of you guys, your person could be acting out of ego. I kind of feel like it's more karmic, but the devil card in this deck is basically, let me show you guys. Like it's like when people act out of their ego. This is also symbolic for Capricorn. Not to say that you guys are the devil, but like you act out of your ego. You are very karmic in a toxic way. So toxicity, ego-based, materialistic, controlling, obsessive, manipulative, abusive, sexual, obsession, like all the things where it doesn't happen in terms of free fruit. Like this card is good if it has to do with like sexual intimacy in a healthy way. That means the sex is 10-10. But if it's like an opposite way, that means the sex is abusive, right? It's toxic, it's unhealthy, right? It's painful, it's hurtful, it's not enjoyable. Like there are levels to this, okay? So I say this to say, let me just look up MGT. In Sweden, MGT is an acronym for like a government official, like government office, like the employment office. It's also like so governmental office, like the governmental in Sweden though, and it's also linked to a mobile company. It's also linked to a game company. So somebody could be working for the government, somebody could be a gamer, somebody could work in tech, all right, with phones. But I was thinking more so like the film studios. Or maybe that's the wrong one. I think so. Yeah, so it's this one. I was thinking more so about this one, MGT. It is the Metro Goldwyn Mayer, MGM. Oh, it's MGM, not MTM. Is that when they made like films like Dorothy, The Wiz, like really films like in the same genre, like 1960s, 1950s. That's what I was thinking of. Okay. But yeah, and also Baghdad. Let's look that up. You could be from there, Baghdad. So that is Iran, their capital city. So somebody could be from Iran, okay? Is known for the oil industry. They create mats, leather, and textile and cement, okay? Okay. Spiritual meaning of Baghdad is primarily derived from its name, meaning God-giving or gifter of God, okay? Originated from Middle Persia. So somebody could be Persian as well. Gift of God. So maybe you were the gift of God to them and they fucked it up, or they realized it too late. But if you're the gift of God to them, they cannot be in this double energy. But maybe because they're going against God's wishes or the universal laws, aka acting karmic or rash or not going with the flow, it will make them be like this instead of them trying to be or supposed to be the angel for your life. They're becoming the devil in your life because they don't know what go with the flow means, right? So if you are coming off as the gift of God to your person then or now, and this is why you're probably gonna look at them like, yo, that was like forever and a day ago, right? But for the twin flames, it's a different thing. That means that your connection is a gift from God. Therefore, when they're coming and you guys reunite, you're gonna be like, thank God, you've been waiting. Okay. So let's read a little bit here very quickly. Somebody could be from Zanzibar. Okay. Yugoslavia is also relevant. Balkan countries, Senegal. Okay. Something about being alive again. Something is alive. I'm seeing gift. There's gift here. Okay, so the gift of God is not just based on the name Baghdad. There is also here, literally. You guys can see it, but maybe I should film differently when it comes to my videos. But anyways, so yeah, the gift of God is definitely confirmation for some of you guys. I'm seeing here die. Somebody feels like they're about to die. Or maybe they did die to oneself. Maybe they have to die to their ego. Okay, I'm seeing Reb. So for some of you guys, there's a lot of different religion here, a lot of spiritual nuances here. So you could be your person's Reb. They're your Adam to your Eve, Eve to their Adam. You get it, okay? Somebody could be a rabbi. Somebody could be Jewish. They could be spiritual. They could be religious. They could be part of Islam. They could be part of Christianity, okay? Something about reading something. Somebody read something now. This could be why they're like activated, right? Something about love. Something about Lot, that's also a biblical term. So in the Bible, somebody saying it could be Joseph as well. Let me just look that up. So for a lot of you guys, well, I digress. For like 20%, okay, 10%, you are twin flames, okay? So Lot's wife, according to the Bible, a biblical figure who, according to Genesis, was turned into a pillar of salt for disobeying God's command and not to look back as she and her family fled to the city of Sodom. Okay, she's not named in the Bible, but later traditions have given her the name of Ada or Edith. Her story is often interpreted as a cautionary tale about obedience, longing for worldly things, and the consequence of looking back at life that has been left behind. So, the Lot thing, I'm going to use that as symbolic for, like I said before, some of you guys, a person, they had you when the door was open for you guys to have a union or a relationship, and your person didn't get with the program, and then they're 10 years later and they're like, I'm here now, but you're gonna look at them like, I don't know you, I don't fuck with you, I don't feel anything, and you smell fucking awful. Why? Because they acted like Lot in the Bible. And the story goes, like I just read, she was to forget about everything from the past and just focus on the family and getting to wherever they need to get to, the other city. But she, in her egotistical heart, she's like, no, I need to get this, that, and the third. I need to contact this, that, and the third. And the instruction was, don't look back, just keep on moving forward to head to the city. But she looked back, she disobeyed God, and therefore she turned into salt because she was disobedient. Same thing when this person will come in their karmic energy, right? There's going to be some sort of smell or interaction where you're going to reject them, and it's almost like you don't even know them. It's like whatever you felt, it's not there anymore. And this might drive them into feeling like life is fucking over. But this is the thing, they had their time. The door is closed. When door is closed, the door is closed. Again, it is different for twin flames. If your heart is open to your person, even as the twin flame, everything will be right. But if you're gonna be like, I don't want you as a twin flame, and I'm not talking about, it's not just what's in your words, it's what's in your energy. You know how you can be like, you want to say no to some, or you want to say yes to somebody, but in your heart, in your mind, you're like, no. That's the energy, that's the intuition, that is what you need to, that's the real answer. It's not what you say, it's what you feel, right? Something of that is relevant, okay? I'm seeing bread here, bread of life. So, for me, anything that's spiritual, I'm gonna link that to a twin flame connection. That's just me, okay? That is just me. That's just how I roll when I do my messages, okay? I'm seeing here division, divide. There's separation, there's division between you guys, or there will be division, okay? Somebody messed up something good, something sacred, something holy, or God-like, gift of God, right? So yeah, there we go. Collective, I know this was long. Let's do an advice card instead. I'm getting very tired. That's what I always say, what's for you will be for you, and what's not meant for you will not be meant for you. And if it's too late, it's too late. Okay, the only one that can open the doors and make sure things will be happening according to plan is the Most High, is universal laws of it all. Like, if universe, God see fit, then so be it. If not, it is what it is, okay? I'm healed. So a lot of you guys are healing, or guys need to heal from this connection, or they need to heal from you, okay? It's either that. Either you have to heal from them, you're already healed, or they have to heal from you, or they will need some healing. Okay? Either you guys gonna come in together as being healed, or you took your time to heal this. So for instance, they're gonna be the one that's gonna need healing from this separation, this rejection, just like you had to heal from it prior. Okay? And for the small percentage, these twin flames, the healing is you coming back together. For the others, it's them needing to heal because, well, the timing, the door has been shut. Okay? So, thank you for listening and watching this long-ass reading. It's a beautiful song. If this don't makes no sense at all, go and check my past readings, because like I said before, it definitely differentiates from this one. Okay, that was the time when I was doing automatic writing. That was a different time when I was doing my readings. Okay, and yeah, thank you for stopping by. On that note, see you in the next one.